YouTube, what's going on? Black Phoenix here, bringing you the YouTube viewer, another YouTube video, and welcome to the very first Madden 16 playbook breakdown here on this channel. So we're going to be doing this a little bit differently than past playbook breakdowns. The first new addition is the fact that we are going to be breaking down what the playbook has gained and what the playbook has lost in terms of formations. We're still going to have the same thing where I will tell you what mindset you need to have coming into the game, what you need to look out for when you're running this playbook, and also the personnel that can help you maximize the effectiveness of running this offense. So the very first playbook is the Chicago Bears once again. So let's take a look at what formations the Bears have gained and what the Bears have lost. So the Bears have gained a couple of new formations in there. Most notably, you go from bunch weak instead of you go from bunch weak compared to the gun bunch regular from last year. You also gain the dice Y flex, and you take away the spread flex week from last year. You're also gaining a Singleback ace twins, but however, you're losing your Singleback bunch in this book. And also, the Bears have added the pistol formations, 3 of them. You have ace, you have slot wing, and you have Y trips. So the mindset that you need to have coming into the game is that you want to establish the short pass game, and you also want to complement it with running the football, so mainly inside zones, fullback dives, tosses, halfback dives, whatever the case may be. The main thing is, once again, you're going to be looking to establish the short pass game, maybe even sometimes the intermediate pass game, and maybe hit them with a long bomb here or there, but make sure your opponent knows that, hey, we will throw it short and we are not afraid to throw it short if need be. Personnel-wise, the main thing for the quarterback is that you want a quarterback that has good short to medium accuracy. I prefer the pocket passers in this particular playbook, but if you do decide to go mobile, there are some options with the pistol formations and a couple of formations for the gun that kind of suits the mobile QB. However, you have to be careful with mobile QBs because, once again, they sometimes don't have the best throw short and throw mid, so that may deter you from using them. So that's why I say go pocket passer. They have good accuracy for the short and medium pass games. Running backs, if you do decide to pick a running back, you want either a speed or a balance back. I prefer the balance back, like a Matt Forte, because he can give you that nice ability to run inside between the tackles and then go outside, as well as catch the ball from the backfield. And in certain sets, which you'll see coming up soon, that you'll need that kind of back that has some good catching ability. However, if you do decide to just say, hey, I need a 2-back system, make sure the main thing is that they have good catching ability, and also the second thing is that you either get a speed back with catching and then get a power back that has decent catching. Once again, and making sure the short pass game is established. Wide receivers is pretty much your choice on how you ever want to go about your wideouts here. Personally, I prefer a possession receiver considering the short pass game. But if you need some speed out there, there are options and plays that will definitely maximize the speed wide receivers. Tight ends, I prefer receiving tight ends for this particular set. So something like a Jimmy Graham, Travis Kelce will do wonders in this one. Rob Gronkowski, Greg Olsen kind of works in this one too. If you're playing Mutt, Shannon Sharp will work wonders in this scheme, I feel. So you have options, but if you do go to double tight ends here, have one mainly for blocking if you do decide to run through the tackles, and then one for your spread sets, your dice sets, your shotgun sets is where you want your receiving tight end to be subbed in at. So let's get started on the playbook breakdown itself. Starting off with Singleback ace, halfback zone week and stretch are pretty much your good runs from the set. 0-1 trap depends on the front that you have. Some formations that you go against on the defensive side of the ball, 0-1 trap will be successful. Other times, it won't work as well. So just be mindful when you're calling 0-1 trap. The misdirections are kind of nerfed from last year, so I wouldn't recommend it. You do have a Z spot that you can call. Levels divide, very excellent play that you can definitely utilize for the Singleback ace. I also do like the wide shallow cross from here. It's something you can employ in your scheme. Now, you do have the ace close. Now, the ace close isn't as good for the Bears as it is for others formations and offenses in the game. The main thing that you probably would look to run from ace close is probably the halfback zone weak, the PA H-back wheel, and probably the mesh seam, and maybe some tosses too if you feel like you have the advantage and can run the toss. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't see any other plays being effectively used here. Out of ace twins, I like the stretch play from there. X curl for another short pass game. Probably can do something with the first tight end here. Probably streak him or drag him depending on what your style is on offense. I do like the slam. That's another good run that you can have out of here. PA misdirection with those crossing routes, definitely another good option for you as well. I do like the PA, or excuse me, the TPA, the dagger here. Also good concept to run. U drive check is one of those great plays that you can have, especially with the running back doing a one of those weird curl routes for a check down. Just very, very good stuff from there. Out of doubles, I do prefer the PA draw shots with the switch concept on the left side, and then you have this weird crossing route in the right side of the field. So that's something you can use. Another levels concept in the Bears under, something you can utilize right there. Onward trap makes his return. Bears spot, I think this is probably one of your better plays, or one of the plays you should start off with. Just like I said, to establish that short passing game. Inside zone, another good run from doubles. Cutback, not nearly as effective this year for whatever reason. It's mainly situational, but I probably would avoid using this cutback if anything. Inside cross and Bears the under, once again, good plays to have. Out of Y trips Bear or Y trip Z trip, Bears drags and zone weak are very good plays to have or utilize in the book. Double China, very good. If you know how to utilize your hot routes and route combinations, this can be a very effective play to get your opponent off guard here. Stick and nine, not too bad. Slot spot is a very good one as well, with a little bit of triangle kind of concept on the right side for the opposing defenses. Something to be, giving them a little bit of headache, as well as a little bit of nice round on the left side here too. So keep that in mind. The tight flex, you do have a slot corner and a halfback slam in the mesh. So probably those are the mainstay playbooks that you want to plays that you want to call here. Play action waggle, another good one, and a PA draw shot. Out of forms, you have 3 of them. So you have Pro, Flex Twins, and Tight. Out of the Pro, I like the halfback blast out of here. It's really a good effective run. PA Scissors, another great play that you can call here. Toss, tosses are very good. They've made a return this year. PA Power L, another good one. Z Spot once again, and I actually kind of do sometimes enjoy the regular end around here to really throw your opponent off guard if you just feel like clowning around in this in the game. Out of Flex Twins, I'd like to pretty much call that PA counter shot, especially with the route combos. You can move that one of those 2 routes on the left to the right side of the field, so that's just an option for you guys. Counter is decent this year. Power O, another good run. I do like the hitch corner from this year out of the Twins. You can find ways to really make that effective for you. Once again, toss. The Y corner. This is these routes right here where you see the blue coming from the halfback is why I say you might want to have a good halfback with some catching. You'll notice, I think, in a couple of formations that you'll see these blue routes that your halfback will just, for example, I just had the offense out on the field for this one. But with some good speed, good hands, and stuff like that, it can give opponents a headache because they had to figure out who to stop, who to get more attention to when it comes to that type of thing. So just some things that you can add in and mix in. I think I've only seen this really in the Bears scheme. I haven't seen them too much in any other playbooks here in Madden 16. Out of tight, you might want to go with the angle and or ISO. Just simple power football here, nothing too fantastic. If you feel like you need the toss, you can run the toss. Passing, I really don't like the passing plays out of the tight. Just not my style. I rather would run it from the set than pass it. That's just my thing here. You have 2 strong guys. You have a strong pro, tight pair. So at the pro, I think one of the better strong guys in the game besides strong close. You do have the fullback dive, which is pretty effective. I've been running into that a lot. Power O is decent. Halfback dive, goes wide post. PA draw pass, another good one, especially with the check and release route and by the running back on a curl. Once again, Z spot. The toss crack is decent. I don't particularly like the wide receiver coming in and then blocking for you. I just rather have him just block upfield than do that motion. But that's just my opinion on that one. I do like the F trail on this one. You got some good route combinations on here as well. So another play to think about adding into your arsenal when it comes to running this playbook. The strong tight pair, you do have the halfback blast, you do have tight end option and halfback option as well. Halfback dive weak and the motion zones and power O's are decent runs and decent play calls. Won't get you that many yards depending on if you get the blocking or sometimes whiff on the blocking with these kind of plays, but there are just some things you can potentially mix in here and there. Now you do have the weak wins flex, one of my favorite weak eye formations. Once again, you're seeing the shot come back into play, the flood, the boot slide is actually pretty good. Tight end drag, the X curl fullback flat, another good one. That's probably one of my favorite plays to call from there with different hot routes and things you can do from there. Smash halfback option, once again, another solid one. The power O isn't too bad out of here as well to call in, to mix in with the run. It's not too bad. Now, as mentioned before, you have the ace, you do have slot wing, and you do have wide trip. So this is probably where your mobile QB users want to come in and shine a little bit. You don't have read options in these or any kind of triple options, shovel options, unfortunately. But given enough time, you can scramble out from pistol. So pistol ace, one of the better pistol sets in the game. You have the 0-1 trap, which is pretty decent. You have the corner post. Halfback slam is it used to be good last year, but now with the delayed handoffs from pistol, it's not nearly as good as it should be. You do have strong power. It's probably still effective in the pistol ace. Counters have been a little bit nerfed with the delayed handoff once again, so probably avoid calling that. But if you do decide to call it, just mix it in situationally, not something you want to come out in every single time. Inside cross, once again, is actually pretty good from pistol ace. PA deep in, another good one that you can mix in here, and that's pretty much it from that. From slot wing, inside zone split, I kind of do like it. I do probably prefer to motion the tight end on the right side here, motion him over to the left, and then snap it, as opposed to just leave him stock and have him rush all the way to the left. Just something you can think about there. PA bear shot, decent play here, weak flood, and PA slot cross, as well as a halfback dive out of here. Out of wide trips, I like the PA zone shot with the route combination on the right-hand side. Probably could do something with the running back to either cancel out PA or have him on a route here. Just something you can think about here. Pistol wide trips, a strong power, usually a good call. Wide trail, PA read, another one, especially, like I said, route combo on the right. Look for that. 4 verts, can't go wrong with the simple 4 verts. Stretch play, I do like, especially if you have good either subbing in tight ends on the right side or just having good receivers that have good run blocking. I think that play can really work for you. Inside under, another good one with the route combinations. Stock, and then stick and knot, another one. So out of the gun formations, you got 10 of them. So starting with the split offset, I think one of the most underrated split formations in the game. A lot of people like to run a split close. Split offset actually offers some pretty good options for the passing game and some okay options for the running game. Bears dig, one of the ones that I like to call here if I was running this book. The 6-8-9 hook and power O are decent options as well. I don't particularly like the PAF slide here. I feel like it's not as effective as a split flex PA slide. But it still can be decent if you know how to work your combos and hot routes here. Mesh, as always, a good call here. Shakes from last year, if y'all remember Shakes, how good that was. You have that option here in Madden 16 from split offset. Something you can utilize in the game. Pogo double ends, another good one. A little bit of a cab kind of concept where you have one receiver going in front of the other but going the same way. So that's something you can think about. The off tackle here, another decent run. It's iffy on the blocking, so just keep that in mind. With doubles weak here, you got the inside zone, Bears wide corner, shot, curl, and goes. Bears under. I like the slot post out of here as well. You do have shakes and inside cross, and you do have the PA Bears in and off tackle here. Wide trips weak, inside zone, one of the better runs in the game of Madden 16. You have corner strike, PA wide receiver in. You do have a counter out of here. However, I just don't particularly like the way it's set up here in this particular formation. So maybe something you want to avoid. Slip screen and slot drive, and PA bears Y out. Another good one in this book. Gun trio. Gun trio. I see a lot of people run the trio trips, whatever you want to call it here. A lot of people like to call the PA cross shot, or crossers with people having the tight end probably on a streak here or a drag to give them some more options on the field. So that's something you could probably do the same thing out of here. Tight end in, yeah, flood, obviously verticals. Counter probably isn't too bad, but I wish the running back was on the other side and then can run the counter. That's just my personal preference here. Flanker dig, another decent one. Inside smash. For those that remember what I used to do from Singleback trio from the Ravens book, you can kind of do the same thing in gun. You just got to be more careful of blitzes that come in and make sure you have enough time. Scat, mesh, and curl flat are pretty good plays to call. Now, the gun bunch is one of my favorite formations personally. I do like what the Bears do have and offer in their gun bunch. Bears curl, bunch trail are also good ones. Z-spot, I like the Z-spot dig as well. The clear out is okay. It's not nearly as effective as past Maddens, but it still can get you some decent yards. Divide is a very good play. Zone killer, man killer, if you get enough separation. One of those plays I will really come out on. Bears cross, another good one that I like out of here. And also just the regular match is another one you can call. Snugs flip. Decent. It's decent out of here. Stick and nod, short pass, spin switch, and obviously the regular benches, things you could call. Aggie. I like the Aggie out of here. One of those things you can also mess around with. PA Bears wheels from last year. I do like the left side combo. I don't like the red route here. Probably do something else. Give you some more options out of there. So just something you could probably lab yourself. Dice white flex. Remember, there's no spread white flex in the Bears this year. D curl, PA drag, shallow cross, circle from the Jags book last year. Maybe not exactly the same, but still effective regardless. Man beater, zone beating. Routes on just all the way through. So take a look at that. Once again, shallow cross and follows. Another shallow cross concept here. And like I said, this is why I said at the beginning, you want to establish that short pass because of all the crosses, levels, things of that nature. Tray open PA wide receiver in. You do have a sweep. Strong flood is decent with the C route by the halfback. Slot dig is another one that you can call here, and also trail shake. You do have the tray here for the 5 wide lovers, corner strike, inside cross, double slot cross, especially with the speed wide receiver out on the left side that can get you some good yards out of that play. And also 5 receiver trio. You do have the hitch corners, PA jet sweep, and the regular jet sweep. You do have the Addy cards play in mesh. Something he liked to run a lot of times in Madden. You had a shallow cross and double pivot as well as 4 verticals. So on that note, guys, that is it for the Bears Playbook breakdown. Make sure to give you a full dose of how good the Bears Playbook can be. If I had to rank this is probably a mid to top, maybe mid to low top tier playbook. Like I said, it depends on your style. If you do like the short pass and like to run the ball, this playbook is definitely for you. Once again, just quick recap. Personnel, you want the short to medium accuracy from your quarterback. Halfback, you want some guy with some hands and be able to run between tackles. So, like I said, bounce back, Matt Forte. Just for an example, receiving tight ends, Jimmy Graham, Travis Kelce can do wonders because he has blocking. Same thing with Gronk. And that is it for the playbook breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, make sure to hit the follow button, or excuse me, the subscribe button, and make sure to give it a thumbs up for this video. On that note, guys, I will see you guys in the next one, which will be the Cincinnati Bengals playbook breakdown. 5 Gs. Peace.